Hello and welcome to Excel lesson 5. So in this video we're going to have a look at the VLOOKUP function, and we can use that to reference data in another table. And we're also going to use concatenation to join some data together. Let's have a look at the spreadsheet. So if you remember this from last lesson, we had the dinosaurs down the side here, and then we had whether they were herbivores or carnivores. So this is the data we're going to use today to look up. We're then going to, over here on the right hand side, we're going to, if you enter the name of the dinosaur, that's going to pull the information automatically across. So it's going to look for the name of the dinosaur. It's going to pull the information across whether a herbivore or carnivore. It's going to put that in that box there. And then we're going to use that concatenation to join it all together in a moment. So let's see how we can get this to work then. So we're going to click in this box first of all, because this is where we're going to do the lookup. So this dinosaur is A. I'm going to start off with my equals, and I'm going to type in VLOOKUP because that's the function that we're using, and then open up my bracket. So first of all, it's got to look up the particular value. So what name or what value in this column here is it going to look up in order to pull the information on this side? So it's going to have to pull up the dinosaur name. Now at the moment, I haven't written the dinosaur name in there, but I'm going to get the person to enter it in this box, which is E4. So I'm going to click on that. So E4. They're going to do comma. Now I've got to tell the computer where the table is. So I'm going to take my mouse, I'm going to click at the top of the table where the data is. I'm going to hold down the mouse and drag all the way, take in those two columns there. So everything from B4 to C11, okay? And then I'm going to put another comma in. Now it starts to ask for the col index number. So that's like the column index number. So in my table, the first cell I started on would have been column 1. The next column would be column 2. Well, I want it to pull the information from column 2. So I'm going to say 2 here. I'm going to put another comma on there, and I've got to decide true or false. We tend to use false most of the time because you want an exact match, not just where it roughly matches the data. You sometimes use true if you've got a range of values and you want them to be like 1 to 10, 11 to 20, and you haven't got the exact values in there. So you want it just to be approximate. In this situation, we want it to be absolutely bang on accurate, so we're going to use false. So let's have a look at this, and what it's doing is saying, right, VLOOKUP, it's going to look up the value from this cell, so E4, at the moment it's blank. It's going to look that up in this table from B4 to C11. And then when it finds the value, it's going to pull it from the column 2, so from the next column along, and it's got to be exact. It's got to be exactly written like that. No changes at all, no spelling mistakes. It's got to be bang on accurate. So I'm going to hit enter. Okay, now at the moment, it comes up with not applicable because nothing has been entered into the cell yet, so it's got nothing to look for. So it's kind of like an error. So I'm going to click up here. I'm going to type in the name of the dinosaur. So let's type in T-Rex and hit enter. So you can see that what it's done now is it's taken the value from there and it's looked in this table and it's pulled the second value across, or the second column value across from T-Rex, and it's put carnivore there. Let's just do another one. Let's do Stegosaurus, hit enter, and you'll see it changes to herbivore, okay? Now what we can do is we can start to put that all together using another function of sorts, which is concatenation. Concatenation is just a really posh way of saying join together. So we're going to start off with our equals again, and we're going to say, I want you to, I'm going to put speech marks here. I'm going to say this dinosaur, is A, leave my space, and I'm going to close my speech mark. Now if I left it at that, it would just say this dinosaur is A. But I want it to join with the information above here. So I want to say it's a herbivore. So I'm going to use the ampersand sign. Now, this sign here, you see if you hold down Shift and 7 on your keyboard, it's kind of like an and sign. So it's going to say this dinosaur is A, and then I'm going to click on the cell where that information is going to come up in E7 and hit enter. And it's going to join that information to what I've just said there. So you can now see it's put that sentence together. This dinosaur is a herbivore. So let's go back and change that to T-Rex, and it should change to this dinosaur is a carnivore. Let's hit enter and see what happens. Perfect, it works. Could go even one step better, couldn't we? So rather than say this dinosaur, we could say a T-Rex is, or the Velociraptor is, and so on, a carnivore. So I'm going to go back into my formula here. And so rather than say this dinosaur, I'm going to say the cell where the name of the dinosaur was, so T-Rex in this case, then my ampersand, because the ampersand sign is going to basically join. It's the joining bit, like the glue, if you like. My speech mark again is A, and then I've got my final value there. So it doesn't matter if there's spaces here, because no spaces there. The spaces between the speech marks matter though, because that's what's going to be printed on the screen. So if I hit enter now, you can see that it says T-Rex is a carnivore. Let's go back and do another one. Let's do Triceratops this time. Hit enter, and there we go. Triceratops is a herbivore. So what I've just shown you there with VLOOKUPs and concatenation, they're really useful features in Excel because you can use them to kind of pull data from another table if you want to look it up. And you can also go through and you can join bits of information together. So if you had like last name, surname, you want to join those together, you could use the ampersand sign to do that. So if you have the ability to, or you have Excel on your computer, you can download this from Show My Homework and have a go at trying it yourself. But don't worry, if you haven't, that's fine. You do not need to do that. You can just have a go at the quiz straight away, which is on Show My Homework. And you can play back the video I've got here as many times as you like and attempt the quiz up to 3 times. So if you don't quite get 100%, have another go, watch the video again and see if you can improve your score. That's all for today. Good luck.